This is a short video to bring an update regarding events from session meeting last night. Of course, the minutes will go out in due time, but this I thought would be another way of getting word out regarding events that had happened at session meeting. By the way, our session meets every third Tuesday of the month at 6:30 in the parlor. So church members are welcome to come and to participate in the proceedings. It is not a closed meeting. So here are some of the things that happened at session meeting last night. I just want to quickly bring you up to speed. First of all, we spent some time working on the work of follow-up. And it's something that is being led by Connie McCune and her team. So she talked us through a video that she had watched. In particular, it is called 24 to Double, volume, Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello everybody, this is a brief video to bring you up to speed regarding events of session meeting last night. Our session meeting happens every third Tuesday at 6:30 in the parlor, and the minutes will go out just a little while. But in the meantime, I thought I would maybe through this video get word out about events that happened at session and decisions that we made. So here we go, just a few decisions we made. So first and foremost, we wrestled with the issue of our target audience. Target audience. Someone has said that if you aim at nothing, you will hit it every time. Of course, in the church, when you talk about a target audience, it's always a little bit tricky because somebody who is not part of that target audience might feel excluded or left out. But that is not at all the intention here. The idea here is to have a target audience so that we can remain focused on how to reach this particular target audience. So the target audience the session has wrestled with and settled on are those between the ages of 18 and 35 who happen to be unchurched. Again, our target audience is people between the ages of 18 to 35 who happen to be unchurched. Now, to be unchurched simply means that they do not have a church home right now. Maybe they grew up in the church, have stepped away from the church, and just do not have a church home at the moment. Or it could also mean that these are people who did not grow up in the church at all, do not have any idea of what happens in the church, and for them, church is completely foreign. So how do we reach people within that age group that is 18 to 35, and maybe their children and their families who happen to be unchurched? That's our challenge. So that was the decision regarding the target audience. The second issue we worked on a little bit was the issue of the logo of our church. There had been conversation about maybe updating the logo, maybe changing it. Session decided not to change the logo, to leave the logo as it is. The reason being that we just worked on it 2 years ago, and we should let it be and try to leverage it as much as we can, just as it is. So that was the decision regarding the logo. The third thing we worked on and discussed a little bit had to do with our presbytery grant that we have received in the amount of $50,000 and how we are going to use that towards the transformation of our church. Of course, one of the issues in the grant is signage for our building. So we are looking at a digital sign for our church. If you've noticed, we have a sign that is at the corner of 6th and Pine. It is a very dated sign, very difficult to update, and it's not a sign that very many people look at. We are looking at a digital sign that maybe can go on the lawn of our church on Pine Street, which will be directly across the street from the Memorial Auditorium. Of course, you know that there is much going on at the Memorial Auditorium. There are shows, there are concerts, school events, you name it. And what if we had a sign on our lawn the church across the street from the Memorial Auditorium. Might that draw some attention, maybe some interest in what we are trying to do and joyfully share the good news of Jesus Christ? So that is something that we are looking at. Finally, Easter is just around the corner. And for us this year, Easter, our theme is Rise Pittsburgh. Rise Pittsburgh. What does Rise Pittsburgh mean? Put simply, Rise Pittsburgh simply means that whatever our challenges may be, with God's help, we can overcome them. And that's it. And the anchor image of Rise Pittsburgh is the resurrection of Jesus from the dead 3 days after he was crucified. That the power of God that raised Jesus from the dead is available for us too in our lives today. That's why we can overcome our challenges, whatever they may be. So those are some of the thoughts from session. As we head towards Easter, may I invite you to invite others. We have mailed invitation cards to your home. You can pick some more up at church.